I rolling.
It Has to Be Jazz project is a gift of love from a father to a son. From inception, it has always been about the youth of the world and entrusting them with the legacy of jazz. The groundwork started with creating a platform for young jazz composers to record their incredible composition. It did not take long soon after recording the first two albums to start unearthing youth talent in poetry, singing, writing, graphic design, fashion design, sound engineering, finance, marketing, legal expertise, and project management. It Has to Be Jazz is a symbol of what a committed youth can achieve: dedication, unity, and possibilities. Better yet, a stepping stone for the youth to reach their truest and fullest potential. It Has to Be Jazz needed to reinforce the basic principle of get it done if it was to succeed in becoming an international brand to be reckoned with. Along the journey, it was apparent that It Has to Be Jazz needed initiatives to address its own growth and that of participants. For example, Know Your Change was introduced for participants to realize their potential first, while Youth for Youth creates opportunities for growth. This is the story of It Has to Be Jazz, the new generation.
Hi, my name is Tebo Emmanuel Maseo, and I'm the project manager of It Has to Be Jazz, the CEO of Elephant Maseko. And I'm not sure how to start this, so I guess I'll just start by saying it's as my father has explained, it's something that I've inherited, and I must say it's the greatest gift I've ever received in my entire life. In merely like the way I can put it, it saved me. It's a project that saved me. It made me realize a lot of things about myself and what I wanted to achieve out of my life, and what I wanted to achieve for other people as well. I think that's why I'll forever be grateful to my father, and for providing me with this gift. And I guess thank you for failing all those years and waiting for me to be ready. I remember at that particular time, I was going through a dip, and I think everyone in life has their dips. I don't like complaining. I don't like, I don't want people to feel sorry for me, because I feel like people go through bad things. I was just going through something bad at the time. I wasn't happy with where I was working. I wasn't satisfied with the way I was being treated. I felt like I was working extremely hard and I had nothing to show for it. And thanks to Papa Elephant, he came along, and I feel like he saved me at the right time. And like he explained the story, like he tried to get the project running for so long, but it just wasn't happening. I always believed that it was my ancestors just saying no, just keep pushing, keep testing. You're gonna continuously fail, but through all these failures, you're gonna be learning important lessons. So when it's time, then you know that it's time. Then you will know that it's time to kick off. It's time to go all out. So as he explained the story, I inherited it, and then first things first. I think I don't quite recall what happened, but I think it was like the camel on the straw on the camel's back that finally I just had enough at that point. And I think my father saw that I had enough, and he's like, Temple, gear project. This is what I think we should get done. You're a trained sound engineer. Professionally, I'm a sound engineer. What do you think of this? Just call Bongani and just say, yo, this is the concept. Meet us in studio. Let's just get this recording done. At the time, I'm just like, okay, okay. I needed something positive in my life, because I work with energy. So at that point in time, I needed something positive, and I was like, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. I'm at rock bottom now. Let's just go with it. It's fine. And I was super excited. I was like, you know what? I'm going back to my first love, sound engineering, the whole music background. And I was like, no, let's just do it.
A proof of concept was done, and It Has to Be Jazz spontaneous combustion recording was a living proof that the project is doable and that great music can be produced within an hour. The more we thought about it, the more we realized that we were not recording but capturing a moment in time where musicians revealed their soul through the sounds of jazz. We needed third-party input in order to test the product with the market and take the project further. Arthur was an ideal person to contact because of his extensive association and involvement with the arts from a business perspective. Of course, his love of jazz genre was helpful.
Hi, my name is Arthur Nkuna, and I am the Accelerator and Talent Manager at the J&B Hive. The J&B Hive is a community of entrepreneurs and creatives in Johannesburg, bringing in truly revolutionary pieces of work into the world. The space belongs to game changers, whether it's an inventive new product that you have, a pervasively untapped sales channel, and projects with the potential to massively impact communities and societies as a whole. Or if you have a film or photography that tells your story the way you want to be told, this is the space where we help creative entrepreneurs unleash that content into the public at large. What did I think when Tempo came to me with the concept of It Has to Be Jazz? It was like amazing because I'm a jazz fan myself. So when Tempo came with that idea, I just felt that we need an environment where us as young people can enjoy jazz and not have to feel that it's music that's basically for the older generation. So this is a wonderful concept where you have wonderful musicians, having a jam session, which is basically what jazz is. It's just individuals playing their own individual sounds at the same time. And that's the beauty of jazz. So when he told me the idea, I was like, man, just go ahead and create content. And that's where we are right now.
Growth was imminent but needed the vehicle to carry it to the next level. Media, in particular radio, became a necessary tool in our next endeavor. The music and book catalog had grown. These items needed marketing, especially to the relevant audience such as followers of jazz on radio. Meeting Brenda Sasani and access to her Sunday program is an opportunity for which we remain eternally grateful. It was necessary to make this relationship work because, in our humble opinion, she is the best of the best in the business, and she was the first to give us a leg up and host us on her radio show.
Hi, I'm Brenda Sisani. I work for Kaya FM. I have a radio show on Sundays only. If you were to ask me where I heard about It Has to Be Jazz, well, I saw it on social media. In fact, I showed it on my Facebook page, and some mutual friends were talking about it, and I was interested what it is. I mean, firstly, I was struck by the logo, very interesting. And It Has to Be Jazz, I was totally agreeing with its slogan, saying, it has to be jazz, clearly, obviously, because I love the music genre. And what did I think about it? Well, when I got in to fish out some more, I found that, in fact, it's an opportunity for young people to get involved in jazz music. Clearly, that impressed me a lot. So, I don't know who contacted who, but somehow, it was very natural, for us, for me, and It Has to Be Jazz to be engaging and just talking about what it means and just exploring the music genre and just, looking at all these young musicians that are being unearthed by this project. I found that quite exciting. I think we've reached a place in society where the arts are really taking shape again. Post 1994, we were all excited about this new era that we're all going to be commercially and financially viable. So, we took our eye off the ball a little bit. And of course, it takes a few disasters in terms of just social development and other things for the people in the arts or the artists at heart, to come through. And as soon as jazz started taking shape, in terms of young people getting involved and small little clubs springing up in towns like where I live in Johannesburg, one would expect that young people would show a different direction in terms of just picking up and running with this new idea. So It Has to Be Jazz. It comes at the right time with the right accent, making it a very free music form or a way of interacting with jazz, as opposed to again, where we found ourselves caught up in, where it was like, if you're a musician, it's only because you have to make money, where we over commercialized the art form itself. So jazz is one of those timeless music genres that allows you to go back to basics and engage with the music for what it is, for its creative spirit, for its contribution to excellence and exploration of talent, if anything. So I liked It Has to Be Jazz because it ticked all those boxes for me. Yeah.
Mina masket only. Am I kicked out of this one?
Knowledge is power, an adage that clearly demonstrates the crucial role played by education in life. While important, it only forms a base for entry into the professional world where specific experience is a necessity for growth and positive contribution to the world community.
Can I go anywhere? The melody. Melody. Give it a melody.
Hi, my name is Wangile Buddha, Miss Buddha. I'm a bass player, a composer, a teacher, and a big band director. I never knew that I had a teacher in me, but through Kafka, the school that I'm currently teaching at, in the year 2010, they decided they wanted to take all their proteges to different working fields. So I was chosen to be part of the teaching staff, which I then developed teaching skills. Then later on, I became more of a helper than a teacher because it turned out that I enjoy unlocking young ones' minds. Since I worked with It Has to Be Jazz, a lot of doors and opportunities have opened up. The opportunity to play with different musicians, the opportunity to just go on stage, get an opportunity to express the way I listen or the way I hear music was one of the greatest achievements I got through It Has to Be Jazz.
My name is Tefo Umpile Paya, Mwana Motswana, Mwana ga maipelo le mosala ga ya Motswana. I am the director at Mighty Song, and basically I run the theater, but I also deal with various events. I become producer or curator of the events that happen around the theater, but also the Mighty Song Festival. My background is I am a theater maker, an actor mainly. But I'm also a performance specialist, so I try to educate, I train, I consult, anything to do with performance, I'm involved in it. What did college collaboration mean to me? At first I didn't quite get it, and then it was slowly explained. And when I heard it, immediately for me it meant synergy, it meant collaboration, it meant a meeting point with a like-minded vision. So I was a teacher from even when I was a student. I was a peer support, I had teacher aid, so I was always teaching and trying to help those younger. So once I saw that, I was like, all the musicians, all the young artists I've been working with, here's something, especially for the musicians, that now we can collaborate and then I can guide them towards this college collaboration. And when they identify, they can then move on and soar beyond. Because I'd already been doing the top art movement where I just mentor a group of students, but over a year. Not even students, young artists, over a year, but afterwards it's up to them to take what they've been given and move on. So college collaboration gave that great synergy something more to expand, to build on, something more structured. Because for me, it's still a vision. It's something that I aspire for, that I was trying to push, but had no real structure. And when I saw college collaboration and I was given the opportunity to partner with and be involved, I was like, this is perfect. This is synergy. These energies are drawn into my life, the right kind of energies. And yeah, it's gonna go beyond.
What is the concept behind Know You Change? I actually have to thank Namdi for this one, because if it wasn't for him, Know You Change wouldn't exist, to tell you the truth.
So I'm very passionate about Africa, very passionate about African technology and how it can change lives. And I work very closely with Seppo on a campaign around social media for my book and my positioning. And in that, we started seeing similarities between what we're doing. You know, both we're passionate about African innovation, Seppo very passionate about jazz. And in the end, we realized we're saying the same thing. That we're passionate about how we can disrupt Africa and how we can get other people to be passionate about Africa. So we found out that Seppo is very passionate about jazz, I'm very passionate about innovation, and we came up with, Seppo came up with the hashtag Know Your Change. And the logic around Know Your Change is to say, as every African, you have a view, you have a part to play on the continent. The real question is, do you know your change? And if you do know your change, how are you contributing to the continent? And that's where the concept of Know Your Change came about.
My name is Byron Erasmus, also known as the Audio Doctor. I'm an audio engineer, sound engineer extraordinaire, recording engineer, mixing engineer, and all those fun little things we do with audio. That's me. Well, how do I feel about being a part of the first Know Your Change session? I felt honorable, to be a part of something from the start, from the very beginning, and to see how what you do affects the next person, and how you actually change the way people look at things and people's perspective of things. And I think that is something that everybody should pursue, regardless of what you do or your age group, or it doesn't matter what. People are people, and I think everybody can get influenced in some manner or another from somebody that might be doing something totally different, and that's what Know Your Change is about.
So Tabu Siwedi, Tabu with a U. I am basically a music nerd, so I combine music and technology. That's just a fancy way of saying I'm building an online music community. By profession, I'm an admitted attorney. Practiced mergers and acquisitions at one of the big firms, resigned in about 2015 to go into entrepreneurship full time. So yeah, again, with Know Your Change, it was through my association with Seppo and It Has to Be Jazz. Basically got a few of our, what's now become mutual friends to get together and think about, the youth and unlocked potential. So very similar to what I do on a daily basis and what Seppo and It Has to Be Jazz does on a daily basis, just unlocking people's potentials and helping them go further. Know Your Change is kind of an extension of that, where we identify people with massive potential, but perhaps lack the confidence or the guidance or the opportunities to really unlock that, and we sort of get involved and leverage our know-how, our resources, even there's a mentoring / motivational side of it as well, all combined, and it's all aimed at people knowing their change. So it's basically like opening people's eyes up to the fact that they can be the change that they want to be. It's really an internal thing, so highlighting that 90% of the battle is psychological. If you can pinpoint what it is you require to go wherever you want to go, then we can kind of step in and help each other out.
My name is Sabakara Banting. I am 19 years old from a village called Tonota.
Oh, and I'm Dylan Lebekwe. I come from Uchudi and I'm 20, turning 21.
What has it been like since I recorded with It Has to Be Jazz? It has been such an amazing turnaround in my career. It has exposed me to quite a lot that probably I wouldn't have done by myself. There's a lot of recognition from recording with It Has to Be Jazz. There's a lot of growth in my playing.
So, for me, it was a wake-up call, I could say, because I wasn't taking my music seriously. Then came the opportunity. Then it just happened that everything just started sparking. So the experience was really awesome. Being with that, it was my first time recording outside. And from there, I just believe that there's more to my growth. Know your change. It has brought, how can I put this, from a blonde moment to a light bulb moment. That is what happened to me, because it's much of equipping and enhancing what you have at that point in time. So from being in a cocoon, then you're led to be a butterfly. It's configuration, how can I put it? Yeah, some way that way. So that is what Know Your Change means to me.
The Know Your Change sessions have brought me to some type of realization of my own self. I have since then been in a whole lot of self-introspection about me as a human being and me as a musician. So that is what Know Your Change has helped me with.
Okay, the Masekas. Those youth terms, they are poked. They are the plug. If you don't know them, I don't know really. It's the South, and like you need to be there with them. Like, but with them, they want to see growth. It's like I'm part of the family. No, it's not like I'm part of the family. That's the thing. Yeah, I always feel like I'm at home and I can open up to them and just converse with them, and they'd rather tell you the truth than lie to you. It's like, yo, I think I like these shoes, but no, and they're just gonna tell you they don't fit, my son. So you just need to wake up with them, like, yeah. So with them, like, yeah, I'm out of words, literally.
What do I think of the Masekos? I think of the Masekos as our now Moses. You know how Moses led the children of Israel to, yes, I think of them as that. They are trying to get so many youth, one, out of just sitting down and feeling sorry for themselves, to doing something about your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so that is what I think of them. I call them the Moses of our time.
easy journey, but worth it all the same. It has given us great pleasure to see that majority of project participants continue to make strides in the right direction. The encouraging results demonstrate that It Has to Be Jazz is gradually redefining how the world views the youth. So what does the future hold for It Has to Be Jazz? Now that the foundation is laid, we expect to expand in all areas of our endeavors, in particular youth collaborations, events, recording of incredible youth jazz compositions, and more books, thereby allowing more youth to reach their goals. The path has been cleared, and all that needs to happen is for the new generation to make their mark.